We're joined today by Courtney. She's the president at Assiniboia West Recreation Association, or AWRA. For those who don't know, share a little bit about the AWRA and what you guys do.
So Assiniboia West is a community center. We have two locations, and we bring a multitude of different programs and free resources to people within our community. With two locations and six buildings, we do have the ability to diversify what we offer to our community.
And one thing that you do offer to the community, especially in the winter, is a place to go skating. But for some people out there, skates aren't something that they have on hand. So you guys are doing something pretty awesome. Share a little bit about the skate donation drive that you have going on right now.
Awesome. So we are currently running a lending library or trying to bring in donations for that lending library. We just found that we always have kids and adults who are standing around and watching children on the ice, but they're not out there. And when you have conversations with them, it's often that they don't have skates at home. They're new to the area or new to Canada, and they want to skate, but they don't want to invest in the cost of these items just in case it's not something that they will have passion for. And skates aren't a cheap item to buy for a one-time use. So we've launched a lending library and we're currently collecting donations to be able to offer this service to our area. And it's something that I love skating. My daughter loves skating. We're very passionate about it, as do so many members of our community. And so we're hoping to bring in more people by offering something in a very free service to them.
Now, speaking of skates, do you also need helmets as well?
Yes, we would love helmets. Obviously, people who don't know how to skate, it's safer with a helmet on. We are collecting both skates and helmets, although any type of helmet would be better than no helmet. So we are saying to people, like even if they have bike helmets, it would be safer to be on the ice in something over nothing.
Why is it so important to do this for the community? I know living in the community myself, it's a great community, but why is it so important to now give back to the community?
Our purpose as a community center is to offer multiple different options for people. And hockey typically is a sport that is for people who can afford it. And we don't want our ice to only be viewed as it's for the hockey or it's for the ringette. We want it to be inclusive to all. And our way of being able to reach our community is by offering people who don't have these items at home them to borrow. And so it's important for us and our board to be able to really have these things there for people to really come and use and come back and use. It's not as if they can only use it one time. They will be there. There will be a way to check them in and check them out so that we can ensure that we can get them cleaned and sharpened and safe for everyone to use.
How long are you hosting this? Is this forever, indefinitely, or do you have a timeline when people can make donations?
We're going to do it indefinitely because we have two sites with four rinks. We are going to split the skates between the two areas and the helmets. So we are going to run indefinitely until we end up with too many. And if that's the problem we end up with, that's great. There are other community centers in our district that I'm sure we can call on and say, we've got an influx of donations. Would you like to try this as well at your site? And I can't imagine that any of them would say no.
So if anyone listening has an extra pair of skates or helmet or even wants to go buy a brand new pair of skates, how can they go about making that donation?
So we have an executive, four people that utilize a shared email address called info@awra.ca. If they send an email there and let us know time for pickup or availability to meet us at our site, we would do that. We also have a part-time staff who works on site between scheduled hours. So if we know in advance, we can schedule it while they're at the site as well so that we can ensure someone is there to pick up. Depending on pickup times, we would also be willing to kind of come around the community and pick them up at people's locations or meeting sites or whatever that looks like.
So there are many options out there. Thank you so much for your
Mhm.
time today. Anything else that you'd like to add?
No, I think that's everything, obviously, just trying to bring more options to our community.
For sure. Thank you again for joining us today.
Of course, thank you for having me.